What's going on, Nesty Besties? Happy Thursday. We're in the hospital. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Nice to see everybody in the nest today. Great to see all of you. I think we could have predicted the hospital bees. In fact, a couple of you did. You did. She's very predictable. Sunshiny Days is in the nest. Warschneffer, Marwa, Patricia Ingalls, Cat C, No One Cares, Lucy Jane 12, Fatty to Fed, Nadia W, Just Jamie, Rosebud, Over Fear. We've got One-Eyed Flo, Synthetic Mind, 31 Frames, Miranda Snyder, and Tejancita, hola, ¿cómo estás? Miranda Snyder, you were making mini banana nut loaves with some chocolate chips. Ooh, it sounds nice. Anna Gags, hello. Rosie Posey, yep, made it to alive. Yeah, Swamp Duck is in the nest. Raging Raw, yes. We got Omi. Yeah, we got Hippiesta in the nest. Love it. Willow Winter is here. You remember last night being so happy after the DIY stream, Tejancita? I know. I was listening back to it this morning. I'm like, wow, we really just went down a totally different path, and it was totally fine. It was great. And 20 minutes later, Chantal dropped this video. We had so much fun without her. She got jealous and had to make it all about her. Well, that sounds about right, doesn't it? It does. Oh my goodness. We got Susie Q. We got 2 Dalmatians and a pit. We got John Galt. Hey, we didn't predict Chantal being patient 0 for a Nora outbreak. I got something to say about that. Queen Jellybean. Hello. Pony Upify. Yes. Elise D is here. We got Cat Chloe. And looks like we got Deborah Gordon. Yes. Nice. All right, so we got One-Eyed Flo gifted already an Are You Serious membership. I mean, right out of the nest, we're gifting. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for helping the nest to grow. Thank you. Thank you, Just Jamie and John Galt received the membership. Hey, Poison Pettifor, how's it going? Synthetic Mind has been a member for a month and said no one cares, push me out of the nest. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to show some evidence of that. I just don't. I've known No One Cares longer, and No One Cares actually does care. So I find it very hard to believe that they pushed you out of the nest. Sorry. I'm going to need some evidence. Just Jamie gifted an Are You Serious membership. Thank you so much, Just Jamie. My goodness, always helping the nest to grow. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And who received that one? Oh, John Galt did. Oh, One-Eyed Flo, 2 Dalmatians and a pit got yours. Excellent. All right, great. Wonderful. Glad to have everybody. Hey, Dancer Gal is in the nest. Thea Marie, we just started. You're not late at all. Not at all. And if you hang out for a little while for my story, we are having story time tonight. I started it last night and I left a cliffhanger. I realize that, but it just really happens to work out that Chantal was in the ER. And it's right in line with my story of when I was working in Egypt, and part of my work visa meant that I had to get a medical exam done. And It's a story. It's a story. So I'm going to finish the story today. Anyway, I was flip-flopping last night. For anyone who hung out, you ended up hearing a lot of the story. But I understand if you just got frustrated and said, F this. I get it. I get it. I do. You can only be jerked around so much. I understand. I was like, should I? Shouldn't I? I don't know. Hey, Terry Lynn, how are you? Lisa Mitchell's in the nest. Yeah. Nice. Hey, Soft Kitty, you had to finish dinner dishes? Put those aside, Soft Kitty. It's nest time. It's time for the nest. You're lurking while cooking supper again, Lisa? Well, I hope you do a little bit of twerking at the oven, at the stove. Oh, hey, Tater Tot, hot dish. Yeah. Your notification didn't come through, wrong tab? Oh, I'm glad you're here. A book lover review. How was your birthday yesterday? A book lover review. How did it go? Hey, Knee Manor. Hey. I had not made the connection between her and the hospital story on here. Oh. You don't want to throw your back out, Lisa? You won't. Just do it modestly. That's all. Pony Upify. Oh my goodness. Thank you for gifting 5 Are You Serious memberships. Whoa. Thank you, Pony Upify. Yeah. Pony Upify gifted to Terry Lynn, Swamp Duck, Queen Jellybean, Tejancita got one, and no one cares. Awesome. We love it. It was 2 days ago, a book lover review. I hope you had a good one. You're cooking too, Fatty to Fed. You have the nest on the TV and the phone to chat. I love it. Love it. That's fantastic. Wonderful. I have my video up on a phone and it says that the live stream has not started yet. So that's how that's going. Okay. All right. Here we go. There we go. All right. So yes, Chantal, and this was kind of predicted as part of her cycle too. Yes, Diane again. Yes, I'm going to finish the story tonight. Yes. Hey, Tony D. Nice to see you, Tony D. Hey, Heidi Midget. Oh, on Thursday, we order pizza in my house. Nice. Poison Petty 4. I like that. Thursday. So, people had predicted that, she would kind of take the money and run, take the money for the spatulas and actually end up buying a plane ticket. And then when she got back, she says, yes, if you want a refund, let me know. But she would pull some kind of medical event or something where people were going to feel bad for her and won't ask her for a refund. And here we are. We're in the emergency room. I mean, come on, Chantal. Come on. Ugh. So, we'll watch that. Okay. We'll watch that. We'll go through it quickly. It's really nothing. It's a bunch of nothing. It's a bunch of, I don't take care of myself and I'm so pathetic in the hospital. I mean, really, why don't you just try taking care of yourself? And we wouldn't have to do that. Oh, yeah, I know. That owl is like a little Chubbles, and I love it. Finally, I get a Chubbles owl. Okay, you're also cooking, Lee? Awesome. If you're pagan, happy Thursday. Nice. Thursday. All right. So she's starting off with a low BMI voice, ASMR, she's calling it. I mean, whatever. She drove to New York. God only knows why. Maybe for the eclipse or something. I don't know. Like, she did have to travel a little bit of south, like, to see the eclipse. Maybe that's why. I don't know if she'd really be interested in something like that. I'm thinking it's more for, like, she missed some kind of fast food that she could only get in New York, maybe. So, yeah, Dot, I'm not sure either. I wonder if she went to the ER in Canada or New York. I'm not sure. I hadn't even really thought about it. And then I saw some discussion that maybe it was like Canada, actually. But it looks like she's in New York. You just finished your dinner? Nadia, awesome. Homemade chicken pot pie? Oh, okay. Maybe she went to eat at Sonic again, Dancer Gal. That's possible. Yep. Okay, Cornwall was in totality, was it? Oh. At least the owl knows to wear a mask when contaminated. Yes. Yes. She said she was going to drive out of town to see the eclipse. Yeah. Looking at the map, it looked like she would have had to go south. I could be wrong, though. All right. So we'll just get through this, okay? I don't even think it's that long. It's 12 minutes. We'll speed it up. Because she made us wait for content, and it's crap content. Therefore, we're not going to spend a ton of time on it. Okay, Chantal? Yeah, we have plenty of conversations without you. We have awesome conversations about floor cleaning and plumbing. Okay? So, you miss out, Chantal.
Random mini travel vlog to upstate New York, in particular, Messina. First, we had to pass through the Akwesasne Mohawk Reserve, though, and then cross a bridge to get to the USA border.
I'm surprised they let her in. Why would they even let her in? She's very sketchy. Extremely sketchy. The Eclipse road signs were up April 1st, Lucy Jane. In her video, there was no traffic. I was there. Not Messina, but close. Traffic was insane. Okay. View and choose, she probably went with Auntie Predator. Maybe. It's possible. Yeah. And by floor cleaning, I mean eggplant. Thank you, Elise D. I know. We do have some good conversations. Not a nice day for Eclipse. Okay. Chantal knows nothing about the shark. Yeah, I mean, she probably doesn't even own a vacuum cleaner. Let's be real. We're vacuum cleaner gurus over here. Is that how she's like signaling to men who need citizenship into Canada? She's like, look what I have, the Canadian passport. Take a look, boys. Just Jamie, my theory is that she went to New York to binge on all her favorite U.S. foods, and that led her into diabetic ketoacidosis. All the same symptoms as norovirus. Oh, I tend to agree that this was not just a norovirus thing. I think it was far more diabetes related that she will ever admit. Thank you so much, Just Jamie. Thank you for the support.
Thank you, Cabela.
Thank you, Just Jamie. Okay, we made it through. Welcome to the Empire State. Get out of our country.
I had
Leave.
no specific reason to come here today. I just like checking it out every few years.
How far is Cornwall to the New York border, though? Like, how long does that take? Let me pull up my Google Maps. How long of a drive is that? Because she didn't have a reason for going, she said. Okay. Cornwall, Ontario. Okay. Directions to Messina, New York is 23 minutes. Is that right? 23 minutes? Oh, no way. I thought it was hours. It's 13 miles. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay. So, yeah, that could be a little jaunt. Okay. All right.
To see if anything has changed. I also love driving around to nowhere and anywhere at any given time. Question for Americans. Is Dollar General like a really good dollar store?
Stop with the fake engagement, Chantal. I'm sure you know darn good and well that Dollar General is not a dollar store. And if you really wanted to know, you would have gotten your butt out of the car and gone into the store to look yourself. Okay? Really? You think we're really going to be leaving comments about Dollar General on your video? Really? This was last week, FYI, says Clara. The snow we got is gone now. Are you in Messina, Clara? Why not go in the damn store and look around? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like Family Dollar because they merged with Dollar Tree. So It's a whole new thing now. Dollar General can eat an eggplant? Why, Kitty, Connecticut? No, it's not a dollar store. No. There are things in there that are like $20. I don't know why they call it that. Is this one from when she was missing, or is she saying it's recent? I don't know if she actually says when it was. Yeah, I like, the people at Family Dollar who work there are so nice. But the staff changes constantly. Like almost every time I go in, there's somebody new.
All right, so we have...
Oh, there's a Dollar Tree. You can't see that. Let me make it bigger. There's a Dollar Tree across. You still can't see it. Ugh. What poor filmmaking, Chantal. You should try to do better. But we know you won't. You can kind of see it just beyond the truck. Like above the truck, you can see where it says Dollar Tree. So she could go in there. I don't know if they have those in Canada or not. I'm sure she would love Dollar Tree. My gosh. She would love it. Who doesn't love Dollar Tree? But since they went up in price, I'm a little more bitter about it, $1.25? Really? I mean, I could see it for some things, but not everything, Yeah.
Here, a little shopping mall with a Chinese buffet, a cinema.
So you went there for a Chinese buffet, Chantal? That's why you went to Messina, New York? Okay, so we got GameStop, we got a movie theater, we got a TJ Maxx, we got a Big Lots. That's all I can see right now.
A Big Lots?
They went to $1.50.
Interesting. All right, so this is what's playing at this.
I'd love to say they're going to lose my business, but they won't. They won't. This is Messina, New York, Alan.
The cinema. Is this old movies? I can't tell. So I didn't notice this until it was too late, but the crappy gas station car charger I purchased wasn't working and therefore wasn't charging my phone this whole time. So at some point my battery died, and thus why the vlog of Messina was no more. But I didn't want to waste the whole trip, so I'm still sharing the clips I have.
The whole trip? It's 23 minutes. It's a 13-minute drive. The whole trip? I mean, yeah, most of our commutes are way longer than that. Come on, Chantal. I didn't want to waste the trip. Okay. I needed to get some content in.
Sorry, guys. Anyways, unfortunately, things recently have taken a bit of a toll for the worse, health-wise. Hello. So, as you can see, I'm in the ER beezing. I have norovirus, or the bad stomach flu, the highly contagious one. I don't know where I got it. I hope I never get it again. It is the worst illness. I swear, it's disgusting.
You know what I bet is way worse though, Chantal, is amputations. I'll bet that's a little bit worse than having a tummy ache and a little bit of nausea and diarrhea. I'll bet amputations are worse. Or kidney dialysis is probably worse.
So I became severely dehydrated, and so I got sick about, I don't know, maybe 3 days ago. I don't remember exactly when.
Okay, so this could have been after the trip to Messina, I guess? I don't know if she's being intentionally vague about the timeline. Hey, Saudi food in English. Eid Mubarak. My sister wish you a very happy and peaceful Eid. Thank you so much. Eid Saeed, Saudi food in English. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me give you a cha-ching. Where's my cha-chinger? There we go. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Cabela.
Thank you, Saudi Food in English. I assume you have a channel, right? Let me see. Let me go check out. Let me check out your channel. I'm interested in that. Do you do like cooking and stuff? Like, what are you doing over there? I'm gonna check you out. Interesting. Thank you. Eid Saeed. Right back at ya.
A few days ago, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I had to throw up. TMI, by the way. And then the other end, diarrhea, severe diarrhea. So vomiting, diarrhea, muscle weakness, just fatigue.
Muscle weakness, fatigue, sciatica. I'm just, And she's back in Canada here, Lucy Jane. Messina Hospital is tiny. She's minutes from the border. She wouldn't go thousands into debt when free is so close. That makes more sense. I thought for some reason that she was hours away from the border. I don't know. I've only been to Canada when I was a little kid, so I have no, concept really. And so I thought, wow, she went to the ER for a tummy ache. When really, I think she's there probably for insulin. And I'm like, the bill she's going to get for that? I had norovirus 3 weeks ago. Did you guys ever hear about that? Did I ever get on here and say, oh my God, I'm dying, I'm suffering? You know what? You just suck it up, Chantal. That's what we do. That's what everybody else does, okay? I even went to work and I ended up calling employee health because I'm like, is it okay for me to be here? And she's like, absolutely not. And I just emailed people. I'm like, don't even come over to my desk. I'm leaving. And they said, you got to wait 24 hours after your last incidence of something being emitted from your body. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just worked from home because it wasn't I was sick, but I wasn't in the freaking ER, Chantal. So, yeah. Yeah, it's very, very contagious. Very contagious. And I had it last year, too. So, but that was I ate something from what people brought in. Never again. That was a ton of pain. And the other stuff. But, yeah, so I don't think she's, norovirus or not. Maybe it was just bad Chinese food, Chantal. Maybe you went to the buffet and everything, the temperature wasn't right. A lot of places are notorious for that, just not keeping things at proper temperature to keep you from getting sick. And you probably ate too much, and then you felt really, really sick insulin-wise, and you went to the hospital to get an injection. That's what I think happened here.
And I'm very dehydrated. My sodium and the chloride, I don't know, my electrolytes were bad. I couldn't keep enough water in, fluids in, at the rate they were going.
I was totally dehydrated. Oh, I meant to look up the drip rate for hydration. I gotta do that. Because I think she's BSing. It's after Ramadan, by the way, so the swearing is going to come back little by little. I meant to look up the drip rate for hydration because I think she's totally BSing about how many bags she got. Looking for my calculator. For hydration. Because just let me look for a second. It's going to be worth it, I promise. Weight-based infusion. No, it's not weight-based. Hydration. No, it wasn't subcutaneous. It was IV. Oh, come on. Drip rate calculator. Let's do this. Volume to be given. Okay. She claimed that she had 6,000 mLs. And right away, I am getting an error saying that this is very high. Double check your number. Okay. All right. I want... all right, let me just keep playing her then, because it might take me a minute. All right.
Out. It's bad. Don't come near me. You'll catch it. Anyway, just a quick update. I'm doing all right other than that. Oh no, the arm cuff thing. It hurts. The blood pressure cuff. Let's see what my blood pressure is. Yellow. I don't know what's going on. Anyways. So I gotta get a whole bunch of fluids. Going to the bathroom is torture because I have to unplug everything and take this thing with me into the bathroom.
Sure, welcome.
I'm tired all the time, so I'm just trying to get better, and then we should be able to do a bit of beezing. Yeah, I'm very dizzy and just weak. They want me to try to tolerate food. I haven't eaten in since being sick, pretty much. I tried having like an apple because I can't drink. I don't know where people come with like ginger ale soda when you're sick. There's nothing I want less than soda. My wedding ring fell off in the shower. That's because I'm being a skinny queen from the norovirus. I had to do some cameos from my hospital bed. Fun times. Anyway. Not fun. I don't know, did you guys get the gastro this year? I haven't had that in forever. Oh my gosh. Seriously, it is the worst, man. So, it feels like a hangover times 10. That's what it feels like. Ew. So yeah, I didn't want saltines and ginger ale. Like, I wanted juicy fruit because I was so thirsty. Anyway, my blood sugar's through the roof even though I didn't eat. The doctor's like, well, it's probably because of the stress of being sick and if you have like a virus or infection, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys. I'm sorry, but I don't know what.
I ordered chips, but they gave me an apple. Which is fine, I guess. That's fine. Oh no, I ordered an apple and they gave me chips. I don't remember. Whichever it was. ALR. Our girls and their apples. Sure, Chantal. Sure. I'm just not getting the correct answer to my question. I already know how to calculate flow rates. I need to know the height, like what would the standard, if we have any nurses in the chat, what would be the standard order for normal saline over what time period? Like 1 liter over 3 hours? Would that be about right? Yeah, I already know how to calculate it. I just need to know over what time period. You can't just like suck in 1 liter of fluids via IV. And she said she got 6 liters of normal saline. BS. Chantal. Okay, must order a rate of infusion. Right. Yes, we know. Yes. Oh, maybe I can text a friend. Instead of phone a friend. Can I text a friend? Yeah, this is not giving me anything. Maybe they don't want people to know. RN here. Usually normal saline is stones of the past. Yes. 1 liter over 8 hours. Over 8 hours? Really? 8 hours? Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think. 8 hours. Interesting. Yeah. Thank you, Lappa. 6 times 48 equals 48. Thank you for that. 1 liter every 8 hours. At the most, she had a liter. Maybe, right? Let's see. Did she even talk about that yet? Maybe. You can math? I love it. I love people with calculators. Yeah, her weight, that doesn't so much matter for the drip rate itself. That would be the quantity of solution. But like the drip rate is going to be the same for just about everybody if it's for the goal of hydration. So her weight doesn't come into play really. Because like weight based might be like an antibiotic or like body surface area for like chemotherapy. That's like when we really take weight into account. But okay, 109 over 69. Okay, what size are these bags? Are those even liters? I think they're 500s. All right, sorry guys, I gotta go back and listen. I was blocking her out. Okay.
Oh no, the arm cuff thing. It hurts. The blood pressure cuff? Let's see what my blood pressure is.
Why is her cuff just automatically inflating while she's laying there? IV fluids are only weight-based and impedes. Oh. Huh. For just fluids. Yeah, okay.
Yellow. I don't know what's going on. Anyways.
What kind of filter do you think she was using here?
So I gotta get a whole bunch of fluids.
The Make Me Look Deathly Ill filter, I think.
Going to the bathroom is torture because I have to unplug everything and take this thing with me into the bathroom. I'm tired all the time.
You should just go home and drink some water, Chantal.
And then we should be able to do a bit
Try
of
that.
Yeah, I'm very dizzy. I'm just weak. They want me to try to tolerate food. I haven't eaten and
I haven't eaten?
like
I just had an apple?
Since being sick, pretty much. I tried having like an apple because
in like an hour?
I can't drink. I don't know where people come with like ginger ale.
We're gonna zoom
soda.
in.
When you're sick, there's nothing I want less than soda.
I haven't eaten?
My wedding ring fell off in the shower.
God. What?
That's because I'm being a skinny queen from the norovirus.
Okay, sure.
I had to do some.
Why were you in the ER last night, Fatty DeFed? We were talking up until like 10:30. What happened? You don't have to tell us. I'm just concerned about you. Yeah, Stones of the Past. I'm glad you spoke up. I'm very glad you spoke up. Interesting. Yeah, we'll take a closer look at those bags hanging.
Cameos from my hospital bed. Fun times. Anyway.
I almost died of starvation.
Not fun. I don't know. Did you guys get the gastro this year? I haven't had that in forever.
Maybe you should try washing your hands a little bit more, Chantal. You know, I'm very diligent. Literally every time I touch my eyes or my nose when I'm at work, I have a bottle of sanitizer on my desk. Every time I squirt. After I get out of the store from shopping, I have one in the car. It's just a good habit I picked up from COVID. I never stopped doing it. So, I mean, and even I got it like 3 weeks ago. So,
my gosh.
It's very
Seriously,
contagious.
It is the worst, man. So, it feels like a hangover times 10. That's what it feels like. Ew. So yeah, I didn't want saltines and ginger ale. Like, I wanted juicy fruit because I was so thirsty.
We know what you wanted. We know. You wanted chicken matchboos and a hubcap of rice. We know. Fatty DeFed, you fell off your 4-foot-high porch onto a rose bush? No! Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. Did you get, like, the thorns? Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Fatty DeFed. I hope you're feeling better today. Oh, awful.
Anyway, my blood sugar's through the roof, even though I didn't eat. The doctor's like, well, it's probably because of the stress of being sick and if you have like a virus or infection, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys. I'm sorry, but I don't know what
will be going on, how long I'll be here for.
Forever. Probably the rest of your life. Yeah.
In case the doctor's coming.
You better set up a streaming site, Chantal, in your hospital room. You're probably never going to leave.
Checking my electrolyte levels, my blood sugar, stuff like that. So
Hey, Irving
I'll
transplant.
keep you guys updated. Sorry for the bad quality video, but I just want to sleep till this is over. Honestly, it's the worst feeling.
Well, then ask for something. Have them give you something. Maybe she went in for her diabetes espresso. That is what I'm thinking.
I can't even think of food. Yeah, I know you're thinking, well, this is just what you need. Maybe. Yeah, my wedding ring fell off in the shower. I'm skinny now. I'm definitely not putting any crap in my body after this. The way I feel, I don't think I can tolerate it, honestly. They want me to try to tolerate something before I leave here. So who knows what that will be. I can't. Anyways, guys. Yay for norovirus. Ew. Have to have my own washroom because it's contaminated from me because it's so highly contagious. Anyway, I'm gonna try to rest.
Okay, Chantal.
And
Okay, take it easy, girl.
I'll just see you guys when I see you, I guess.
Sure.
I'll try to update you guys as I can.
That's okay. We know you'll be fine.
See you later.
I'm
Bye.
not worried.
So
Okay, let's zoom. Investigation time, everybody. My favorite part, whenever we can do it. I love to do it. Okay. We're going to do a zoom. And we're going to zoom in all the way. It's going to be awkward, but don't worry. Okay. All right. We need to lighten this up, too. Okay, they're Baxter bags. Okay, these are liter bags. Where's the pump? Can't see it yet. Okay. Well, I gotta zoom way in. Okay, I'm gonna snap a picture. Okay, and then I'm gonna enlarge it because we need to figure this out. We need a full-scale nestigation. We do. Just give me a sec. Okay. We're gonna lighten it up because it's way too dark in there. And we're gonna zoom and see. The label is weird. It's like a handwritten label. That's very strange.
actually,
I just wanted an apple and then I felt fine. Actually, all my clothes fell off me because I'm so skinny now. Oh my God. Actually, just give me a sec. I'm going all the way in. It's zoomed in on her face now and I'm feeling very awkward. Okay. All right, taking screenshots. There is a foil over the port. And for anyone that's like, are you serious? Speak English. We will explain between myself and Stones of the Past. I'm pretty sure the baby on the left is a liter of normal saline. Yep. I'm trying to read that one on the right. We're going to do it. I'm pretty sure that label is a farm label, which might indicate the bag on the right is NS with insulin, which is how we would treat a DKA patient. It's a dangerous game. That label looks sketch, though. I don't know. Okay. All right. So I'll put her back on, and I'm going to lighten it up and zoom all the way in. And we're going to see what's really going on here. Okay, Chantal? You can fool a lot of people, but not the nest. Not the nest. Nope.
6 of these fluid bags for
6 of these bags. I got to... You idiot, Chantal. Come on. 6.
And I'm gonna try to rest. And I'll just see you guys when I see you, I guess. I don't know. I'll try to update you guys as I can. See you later. Bye.
So they ended up having to give me a total of 6 of these fluid bags for rehydration. It was rough.
It was rough. You idiot, Chantal. You idiot. You think we're idiots. You think we're idiots. Sorry. Sorry, but no. No.
Hi guys. I just wanted to give an update basically.
Hi guys.
I left kind of hanging in the ER, so I have been discharged. I was discharged in like the middle of the night, and I actually feel a lot better today.
Oh,
so
thank
basically,
God.
I was just really dehydrated, like a lot. So
Right.
basically,
You needed 6 liters of normal saline. Can you imagine? My goodness. You must be very bloated today.
they gave me like a few liters of fluid. Anyways, I've been drinking. I picked up some Gatorade, but it's like a healthy Gatorade, because when I'm ill, Gatorade is like real Gatorade is too artificial for me, and that's why I don't like ginger ale either when I'm sick. So it's actually only got like I think 2 or 3 carbs and 1 gram of sugar, which is also good for diabetics, you know. And it's made with like
what's really good? You know what's really good, Chantal? Water. How about plain water? Why are you going to get Gatorade if you just got 6 liters of normal saline? Normal saline, by the way, everybody, is 0.9% salt. It's sodium chloride. So it's just under 1% of salt. So she's rehydrated with 6 liters of that, and then she has to stop for a Gatorade? Okay.
like watermelon juice and like salts, like sea salt and like more natural ingredients. There's still a few that are a little iffy, but it's for the most part they're a lot more natural, let's just say. So I was discharged in the middle of the night, which they asked me if I was okay, and I said yeah, I can drive. That's about it.
But you know what really wasn't good is that the cafeteria was closed when I was discharged. Stones of the Past is just for everyone's peace of mind. I'm an RN in the U.S., licensed since 2009. My expertise is mostly in labor and delivery, so I have a pretty limited experience treating non-compliant diabetics, but I'll do my best for the nesties. Hey, I mean, I appreciate the help. For real. Even just, you said, how long would you run a liter over? I was looking all over for that. I know how to calculate. I can take a doctor's order and calculate it, what the drip rate should be. I can program a pump, but what would the actual order be? So appreciate that. It was very helpful.
I'm feeling a lot better. I think the hydration really helped. And honestly, I was, I'm really craving like pickle juice, which also is apparently good for like electrolyte replenishment because of the high sodium content. But like I was just like craving going into like, a Canadian grocery store, like no frills, and just grabbing like no name brand big jar of dill pickles and just downing the juice, like having an emergency jar of pickles in my bag. That's not a bad idea.
So quirky.
Anyway, I should start a pickle company. Who am I kidding? I can't even get up before noon on a good day. Or before 3. Well, sometimes, yes. I've been sleeping a lot. Like, for days, I've just been resting in that because this flu just makes you...
This diabetic emergency I had is really taking a lot out of me. Jesse Rose, you've been an ICU RN for 7 years? Okay. I thought I saw you mentioning something here. I was kind of like between my phone and looking at the chat, and okay, all right. That's very helpful as well. Great. Okay. Fatty to Fed, she had another med besides fluid. Oh yeah, we're going to look. There was a small piggyback bag, and it wasn't antibiotics because that doesn't treat norovirus. Right. So what was in the other bag? We're going to take a look.
Feel like you've been hit by a Mack truck, like 18-wheeler. So yeah, fun.
It's always a collaborative effort. No worries.
I'm sticking around for a little while because I had some plans that were like pre-booked with like friends and family. Yeah,
friends and family.
You guys
PayPal.
are always shocked by that. I don't have many, but
we know.
Actually, I do have a lot. I just don't keep in touch with a lot of them. So
sure.
Yeah, but I have some things to take care of, some medical appointments and things like that. So
good. Good.
I will probably like do some live streams. I'm not sure, and I'll do some more videos for you guys, more vlogs.
Great, can't wait.
But I am still going back to Kuwait. And
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm just like rearranging my life right now, basically.
All right.
And I'm just overwhelmed.
There you go.
And
Do what you got to do.
just having the personal space, like not uploading as frequently,
Personal
is like really
space.
helping. So
Okay.
I appreciate your guys' patience.
Oh, for sure.
I know a lot
No
of
problem.
you look forward to and depend on my videos.
Ma'am, we talked about floor care last night with great zeal, okay? And we talked about a lot of DIY stuff and what's like the home buying process and all kinds of things that have literally nothing to do with anything you've ever done in your entire life. And we had a great time, okay? So, and don't flatter yourself, Ms. 6 Liters.
So yeah.
So
I'll be back whenever I can. See you guys.
Take your
Bye.
time. No worries.
Masalama.
Yeah, masalama. Masalama, masalama. Take your time, Chantal. We'll be here. We'll be here. She means depends the brand, not the verb version of her. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's done. All right. Let me bring up. We're
I love you, Chantal.
gonna do some nestigation. Hey, Louise, welcome. Welcome to the nest. Welcome, Louise. We have an empty bed here. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be. All right. Well, yeah, you can't. Did she show the bags at any other point in the video, or is it just that one time? I think it was that one time. Just trying to sharpen things up. And all right, I'm going to put it up on the screen in a sec. Okay. All right. Why to mock her? Hey, Sarah. How's it going, Sarah Lee? Nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee. How are you? Nice to see you. We're not mocking anybody, Sarah Lee. We're talking about a person getting 6 liters of normal saline in one overnight little evening in the emergency room. If that is not complete BS exaggeration, I mean, do you want to defend that? You can if you'd like to. It doesn't make any sense at all. Not at all. Sorry, it just doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, you can defend her. You can go all in. I don't care. But when someone is so blatantly lying and treating everybody in the community as if they're stupid and don't know anything, you know, yeah, it deserves a little bit of mocking. Sorry, no one gets 6 liters of fluid in a couple of hours. Okay, Sarah? Chantal? She would need 6 liters at her size. It doesn't work like that. All right. So here's, let me take this down. Why did that get dark all of a sudden? That's weird. Oh, because I didn't save my edits. Duh. All right. Okay. Let's clarify. I mean, if you want to explain how she's a medical mystery and had an what would her flow rate had to have been to get 6 liters? I can do that math. To get 6 liters of fluids in like 2 she would have blown a vein. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Like, she's insulting our intelligence. Ugh, it's just, seriously. Just stop. Just stop. You had a cute kidney failure at Angel of Glass? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, okay, these are Baxter bags. It is a 1 liter, but it looks like, I'm trying to think. I'm jealous because I don't have an indestructible veins. They can never find my veins. I'm trying to think. Baxter always has the ports at the bottom, right? And I'm trying to think, there's another type of bag that has a port like on the side of the bag. You're 43 years old, European, living in the U.S. I guess if my opinion doesn't match everyone else's, I must be Chantal. No, I value different opinions in here, and I'm not just saying that. No one has to agree with me, for real. But like we're talking about, we have several nurses in the chat who are saying her story is complete BS. Nurse here, says Kelly, out and about, 31 years. If she needed 6 liters, they would have kept her. Holy crap, that's a lot of fluid. She would have had a squirter out all her body fluids through her rectum. Nice. Nice. I mean, yeah, maybe she was taking the fluids rectally. Is that a possibility? Baxter, 1 liter, NS, Google. Oh, yeah, I know what it looks like. I've handled many bags. Many. I don't think that's true, Terry Lynn. I don't think that's... Or are you joking? I don't know. Okay. All right. So, but I'm trying to see what this one is up here. All right, let's zoom out and we get some perspective here. Okay. So, do I have another one? I think I do. Everyone sounds so damn ignorant. I'm telling you we have a lot of clinical experience in the chat. Chantal is the one who sounds ignorant. 6 liters IV for norovirus? I mean, really? Really? It's just laughable. It's laughable. And I was meaning to look that up. I was like, that's impossible. What is even the flow rate? Because I wanted to, like, really show, like, how long would this have taken to get in her? And was she really in the ER getting an infusion for 48 hours straight? Your vote is still the insulin. My money's on that second bag as the insulin. Okay, I'm going to try to get a different viewpoint. I wonder if there was another point in the video where she showed the bags. 125 mLs per hour. Right, for 8 hours, right. If she's so distressed, why filming it would never cross my mind when I'm in the ER feeling bad. I'm telling you. Feel bad for me. Oh, you can have a refund if you want. You can have a refund. There's another reaction by a nurse, and she didn't think Chantal lied about the fluids. Which nurse was that, Sarah? Which nurse was that? Because there's not that many who have channels. I know of 2. I would love to know, because we can go watch a clip of that right now to see if that is, in fact, true. 6 liters in an ER visit. Okay. It's just laughable. Don't make fun of her. Life and Vibe said it's not out of the ordinary to get 6 liters of fluid in the ER. Six liters. Maybe she doesn't know that they're liter bags. Maybe she thinks they're like 50 mLs or something. If you're an MVA. If you're a trauma victim, right. If you were in a motor vehicle accident or gunshot victim, yeah, maybe. She had norovirus, she says. Come on. She had diarrhea and vomiting. I mean, I'll go listen to that because I don't know how. Oh, I don't. Oh, Heather, this is something I know intimately myself, okay? I've made bags for patients, many bags. I've programmed the pumps that go into patients. So I don't need to look at Mayo Clinic. Maybe they dripped her 2 bags and she drank the other 4. That's what I'm saying. Maybe she squirted 1 rectally. She didn't question the fluid, Sarah? Well, maybe she didn't hear her say 6 bags. I will have to go watch that because that's very interesting. All right, I'm going to open that video again and see if there was another point that she showed it. She really just kept it on her face, but I want to make sure. I just want to make sure because I want to try to get more of a view of that. I mean, there's always like speculation, right? Where we can be like, yeah, maybe she's in Kuwait. Maybe she's in the hospital. Maybe she's this. Maybe she's that. Maybe Salah and her really are married. Maybe they really are in love. Maybe he's a total scammer. But like, we're talking about science. We're talking about science here. Science. That's not, we don't speculate about that. This is simple. This is simple. Mayo Clinic states it's not uncommon. So Mayo Clinic is saying 6 liters of bags. 6 liters, 6-liter bags, six 1-liter bags over a couple of hours is not uncommon. I don't think Mayo Clinic would specify it like that. I mean, okay. Okay. I'm just going to go back and see if we can get another viewpoint. I don't need the music, though. I don't. Heather, it doesn't work like that. We're talking about hydration. And as we saw said, 1 liter over 8 hours for hydration. I mean, these are just medical principles. Chantal's not special, okay? Chantal does not have some special anatomy that she has an IV bag hanging and she just super absorbs it beyond the flow rate that's programmed onto the pump. Okay, beyond that, her body sucks it in and they just have to keep hanging bags. You know what I'd be checking? That the pump isn't broken. I mean, we're talking about science. Science. Did she go to a vet? Maybe. All right, I'm just kind of advancing to see if we can get another view of the bags. Because I'm like, maybe they're 50 ml bags. Like, all right, 3 liters, even that. Like, okay. But, they're 1 liter bags. Okay, I'm just going through. For over a week, we've had issues keeping hydrated, Dax. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I had it about 3 weeks ago. I mean, it's not fun, but I didn't go to the ER. What can they do for you? It's a virus. All you're doing is spreading it to people by going in. That's it. Barbie C. Well, I've never heard of anyone receiving any meds for norovirus that blow out your pupils. That's true. That's true. Oh, okay. I'm waiting for the camera to shift a little bit. Sarah said it's mostly made up, like she said about Mr. Snowflake using her own words. Could be LR. Could be ringers. Kelly out and about. I think it's... I'm really trying to get another view. Sarah, you're being really sensitive for no reason, okay? Chantal is legit lying out of her ass right now, and we're not tolerating it. It's that simple. If people really want to believe Chantal, that's on you. You could just ask any nurse or any doctor. Someone comes in for hydration, they have norovirus. What do you run? What do you run for hydration? Over what time period? What do you give for fluids? You're going to get the same answer from everybody. Chantal's not special. Chantal doesn't get 6 liters of fluid laying in the ER. I mean, that's not defensible. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Lappa! Chantal is lying out of her ass and shoving IV bags to back it up. You get 6 in a week. Right, Angel of Class. Right. Oh, look at this. What filter is this? I'm sick and I'm dying. Send donations for my hospital bill. I mean, she didn't go in for norovirus as far as I'm concerned. She probably had a tummy ache from eating at the Chinese buffet. And then her insulin spiked and dropped and spiked and dropped or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, I better go to the ER. She's there for diabetes, I think. John, this is why you get called Chantal, Sarah. You literally have zero reasons to act like someone kicked your puppy or hamster. I mean, really. She's mooching free healthcare because she doesn't pay taxes. She should suck it up and leave the bed for someone who needs it. And not only that, if norovirus is extremely contagious, she could be spreading it right there where she is. She's putting other people at risk. She never cares about that, though. Never. Never. Come on now. Come on. Show the poll. You for sure believe this is a diabetic event, MJ? She may have had bowel issues after eating Chinese food, but it's mainly the beets. I agree. There was this, I was just at Walmart after work, and this woman was walking around saying, yeah, it's like I'm exhausted, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry all the time. I just want to go, beat us. And you might got the beat us, just saying. You might want to watch Everyday Miriam to check for symptoms. Oh, God. Insulin bag for anti-nausea meds, saline. Okay, here we go. All right. I don't know. I always thought Zofran was a shot. I've never put Zofran into, well, I've done Zofran in like a 25 ml bag for pre-medication for chemotherapy. That's the only time I've done it. It just wouldn't go in a 1 liter bag. So, but I like where you're heading with that. Like you're using your head. I like that. Okay. Oh, Moni JV, your husband was an IV tech in a hospital. He said they probably gave her 6 bags total of various things. Normal saline, electrolytes, insulin, may not have emptied everything. Okay. And they may have come in and just like put some additives into the bag. And she's calling that a whole separate bag. She's just dumb. You know, she is. And she loves to exaggerate. She wants everyone to think she's dying so no one asks her for a refund for paying for spatulas, but she's actually going back to Kuwait. So, you had surgery, Lisa, and only got 2 bags over 3 days. And I mean, it depends what you're getting them for, too. For her, it's just going to be hydration. And it could be a little bit of Zofran. You know, could be. You've never given it from a bag. Yeah. IV push for Zofran. Yeah. Stones of the past. Huh. I saw Sansa Cooks in here, but I lost her. Sansa! She even made a point to mention her blood sugar twice in 6 minutes. Yes. Yeah, Sansa did a video on this like bright and early this morning. Definitely go check it out. Sansa agrees with the theory that this hospital is not in New York, that she's back in Canada at this hospital. So she won't be getting an ER bill, it sounds like. And then there was something else you said, Sansa. DKA, but we admit those patients. Bet she left AMA. That would be against medical advice, nesties. If you're not sure. Maybe she was counting all the bags. I mean, come on. You'd be... It just doesn't make sense. There's no way to justify that. There's no way to put it all together for it to make sense. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. All right, let me keep playing while I'm perusing the chat. Oh. Okay, it's a Baxter in the back. Okay. I wish... Oh, her video quality is always terrible. Terrible. Like, she can lighten this up herself. She and I use the same video editor. That's what's so frustrating. Like, I know what she can do, and she doesn't bother. Of course, she doesn't care. All right. So. Okay. So everybody, this is the Ivy pole, okay? You're probably like, yeah, are you serious? We know, we know. I'm just showing you. The pump is turned around. Probably the nurse wanted to check it on her side. Okay. I mean, I like to watch it, but, you know, I'm a nerd like that with the stuff. So we can't see. This would all be listed on the display screen. Okay. So we have in the back here, this is a 1 liter bag, Baxter. Can I zoom in anymore? I can't. It's got like this little fold in the middle, so the bag's almost empty. Huh. All right. And then the bag in the front. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay, let me keep going and see if we can get a better shot of this. Yeah, Rara girl, I'm looking. Okay, that's all she gave us. All right, Chantal, whatever. Okay, so let me, because I want to see what this bag is so we can flip it. That didn't help. This looks like a handwritten label. That is bizarre. She may not be in an emergency room. This is bizarre. You don't see handwritten labels unless the label printer is broken. And then everyone goes crazy. Wow, I wish we could get a better shot of this. Does this look like a foil to you? I can't tell. It does. Just a reflection? Because that's how we can tell if there is an additive here, okay? So whenever we add something to a bag, I'm telling you all about myself today, we would put a foil over the port. So it would be injected here into this port, okay? It's like a little port. And you stick the needle in there and you push the syringe with whatever's in there for an additive. And then we would cover it up with a foil, okay? So, but on some bags, the port is like here. So that's why I was like, ah. So if there's no foil on this, there's no additive. So this is just whatever it is. And oh, I wish we could see it. Because like, what is this right here? We can't see that. Your dad always told you that you can't fight with crazy. Oh, that's true. But then, again, my father never tried science against the mighty Chantal. We're no match for her. That's true. That's true. It's true. MASH TF, she wouldn't be receiving an antibiotic, though. If she has a virus. I mean, and you wouldn't just get one dose of an antibiotic in an emergency room. It's not an antibiotic. I know, I can't get in on that pink thing at all. Not at all. That's like the best I can do. Let's see if we can make it a little more clear. No, it makes it worse. She's always filming in like a dark room with, I mean, jeez, you know? Like, what even is this? This doesn't look like any pharmacy label I've ever seen. Ever. Bless you. You drink Gatorade by the shot glass? Yeah, a patient with sepsis. Yes, that's a bacterial infection. Right, but norovirus is not bacterial. It's a viral. Hubby thinks it's a foil on the bag. He does, Moni JV. And that's what I'm saying. It looks like a silver foil, right, Moni JV's husband? Moni JV, please ask your husband what he thinks this bag is. But if she had a bacterial infection of any kind, she wouldn't just get one dose and get discharged. Like, it's just, you know, she'd be given oral antibiotics, a prescription for oral antibiotics, and discharge her. You wouldn't get an IV antibiotic in the ER and then discharged. The pups are... Well, I had to lay down the law a little bit with the pups a little bit earlier. Tater tot hot dish. I did. Because I'm like, enough with this BS, okay? Just chill out, please. Yeah, Moni JV, what does your husband think? What does he think? It does kind of look like a... You think it's from a previous ERBs in Kuwait? Kuwait? What? You're totally asking an ER doc at work about this, Stones of the Past? Okay. What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, these dogs were wiling out earlier. I don't see any Arabic here. I don't know who's saying that, but I don't see any Arabic here at all. Oh, look at the other time we saw the bag when she showed her BP. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Pony Upify says, I'd like to know what's up with the eyes. Yeah, there's something going on with those eyeballs. Yeah, there does appear to be something. I agree.
Thank you, Cabela.
Thank you, Pony Upify. And Eggplant Defined, thank you for rejoining Owlette. Thank you. Eggplant Defined, did you not want to be called out? So sorry. Sorry. So sorry. Eggplant Defined. By eggplant, I mean dick. Okay, all right, so let's go back when she showed her blood pressure. Good idea. Would have been in that vicinity. Okay. And then after this, we're just going to move on to my story time. Story time. Where else can I get this? Where else am I going to go to get this kind of hard-hitting journalism? Good question, because no one else is crazy enough to do this level of investigation. For literally no reason. Like, no reason at all. Yeah. It is riveting. I agree, Kelly. I mean, especially when you have a nest full of professionals and people who know what they're talking about. It makes it next effing level. It does. It does. And, you know, like I said, we don't expect anyone to carry all the weight. You know, don't feel pressured if you have some knowledge, but not every. It's okay. You don't have to know everything. I don't know everything. Why is she giving us eyebrows? That's creepy. All right, let's get past all this. Let's get to the hospital. Okay, I'm dying. I know. I said I would give you a refund, but look at me. I'm dying. I'm dying here. Maybe she's sick from meds, hell alive. Possibly. Yes. What was it she got so hair-lipped about? A 3-hour investigation? Yes, there was something. What was it? I forget. Oh, I think it was the pistachio candies on her table, maybe? I don't know. Oh, Callie Cat, that's an excellent question. If she has such a super contagious virus, why isn't she wearing a mask? Even the owl is, just because I have to be next to her on the screen. I don't want to catch something. My God. That's why I'm mostly quiet. I have only speculation, barely any real experience. I'm in a chat full of people who know more than we. Hey, that's what Thunder Rain. We are going to get to your topic at some point. Okay, right now, today, it's medical. Like, I know nothing about diabetes, so people with diabetes, they are calling out like that blood sugar level is like ridiculous. She should not even be like. But I don't know that. And it doesn't take a medical professional to know that. Someone with diabetes dealing with it. Sir. They can call it out quickly. Okay. Sciatica equals dilated. All right. Oh, thank you. All right. Let's see what we can get. God. Okay, let's do some zooming. Zooming and grooving. Okay. And I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I can't see my cursor now. Oh my God. Please. All right. Okay, let's look around. Let's look around the room a little bit. Okay. Okay, this does look like a hospital. Okay, she's got the light over the bed. Okay, we have these plugs here. The pump is plugged in, or the monitoring, whatever. Okay. What's over here? Okay, I believe that this is, at the very least, a clinic. Like an urgent care, like beyond urgent care. Okay, so we have 109/69 is her blood pressure. Her pulse rate is 82. Where's her pulse ox, guys? Nurses, where's the pulse ox? 94. Well, it says 94 is the heart rate, right? What's the 82 for? Okay. Please. So rude. Okay. What's the 19? 95 is pulse ox. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, that's not that great. 94 is heart rate. Okay. What's the 19? Respiratory rate. Thank you. 19 is breaths per minute. Excellent. Not Jeb Bush. I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Okay. I love it. I love you guys so much. Okay. What's the 82 down below next to the blood pressure? Your dad is also diabetic. He actually changed all his eating habits over it, even down to what alcohol he drinks. Wow, Thunder Rain. See, you have knowledge. You do. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Okay. Oh, it's as far as it goes. All right. The pump is turned around. We can't see it. All right. Well, let's go back up and try to look at these bags again. Can't see anything at all. That is so frustrating. Okay, but we do see, that there's no foil on the bag. There is no foil on the bag. Arterial pressure, thank you. Okay, so there's no foil. We can see that now. There's no foil, and there was no additive put in this bag. So it would be on the upper right corner, the 0.9%. But lactated ringers is going to be big letters across the top. We'd be able to see that from here. You don't believe that blood pressure? No automatic cuff could get an accurate reading of Foodie's arm? Yeah, true. You can just see the 9? Okay. All right. And then what's this other bag? Is there a Y site? Is there a Y site? Oh my god. It's like I'm trying to get in the screen. I'm like, let me in there so I can look. It's gotta be at some point, right? Further down, okay. I'm like trying to go through my monitor to get in there. You hope she rages and shows her discharge summary, Sansa? That would help us out a lot. A lot. I love doing this Stones of the Past. This is like, this is peak Nest time. I love it. Okay. All right. Can we get a prayer circle? I mean, that's up to you, Kelly. That's up to you. You can if you want. Okay. All right. We're going to move on. Okay. All right. Bye, Chantal. Hope you feel better. Whatever. Okay. We are going to move on to story time. It's story time. Little Pooch. Little Pooch. Hey, little Pooch. Hey, little Pooch. Hey, little Pooch. Okay, all right. So I wrote down some notes today because I don't want to miss anything because, it was a long time ago and I have to remember. Okay. All right. You'd love to read her H&P. We do have her old medical records. We have some of them. If you want to go through them, we can. I mean, she put them on stream. It's not like I access them somehow. Yeah, we'll give her a Holy Spirit activate. Your dog is looking out the window. Oh, sorry. Goosterion? Goosterion? That's a cool name. Did we see the end of the video when she's in the car? I don't really care. But yeah, we can put it. I don't think. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Okay, you want to take a Holy Spirit activate break first? Maybe we should you want to take a little break first to activate the Holy Spirit? I think we probably should. Let's clear out the Chantal energy. And then we'll be back with story time. Yes. Let's do it.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey,
Activate.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit, activate.
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get him, Lord.
activate.
Hey, better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get him, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit, activate.
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get him, Lord.
Activate.
Hey, better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get him, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit, activate.
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get him, Lord.
Activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. All right. We've activated the Holy Spirit, and thank you to all the RNs and medical professionals and pharmacy techs that weighed in. I know you got to get up early. Thank you so much for hanging out and imparting some of your expertise. It's much appreciated. You feel cleansed now, Francis? Thank God. Thank God. Okay. All right. So I started to tell this story. Okay. Should we put on some background music? I don't know. I started to tell this music last night, and I have told like a little bit of it also in the past, but we're going fully into it now. And I have to tell you, okay, I just gotta say that I really haven't shared any of this stuff before because it is extremely personal, but I feel like a lot of this can help us understand about Chantal and why she would need a medical exam and why she doesn't for Kuwait. She really doesn't. All right, let's do that. Keep it low key. Okay. All right. So okay. I am Are You Serious? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm thrilled to have you here. Okay. First and foremost. All right. Secondly, okay, I'm American. I used to live in Egypt. Let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough. Okay. I used to live in Egypt. So I met a dude. I went there back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He came here, back and forth. And it was like, all right, I guess if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. So I moved there. Okay. And I worked because I've never not worked. Okay. I've never not worked. So I worked. I went to school. I got a British certification. It was hell, but whatever. I did it. Okay, I did it. Because American certifications mean nothing in the Middle East. You got to get a British one for them to respect it. So I did that. And it was awful. So it was awful. All right. I'm replaying Stefan, but also a med-surg nurse in Ohio. She did not get 6 bags in one night, but I have given 6 bags over a couple of days before. Thank you, Steph M. Thank you. I mean, what the hell? Oh, it's possible. She must have been really dehydrated. It's not possible. Just stop. Admit that you don't know what you're talking about. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to defend Chantal and her ridiculous lies. I mean, it's okay if you don't know, really. Okay, so I got my certification, okay, and, I worked at schools, all right? So feel free to ask questions as we're going along, all right, about my experience doing this. Yeah, Sarah's on to the next chat telling them that they're wrong for criticizing Chantal. I mean, good luck to her. She can do that. Take away the masked owl? Oh, okay. All right. Bye-bye, owl. Well, you want to see the school stuff? All right. So this is the school, okay? So I've had horrible experiences at different places, okay? And some of it was cultural. Some of it was taking advantage of my foreign status. Some of it was because I didn't know Arabic and I didn't really know what was going on, okay? So this particular school I worked at, okay? And, oh, Faith, the CELTA was hell. The CELTA is it's from, oh my God. This happens often now that I'm getting older. Cambridge University of Cambridge in the UK, okay? So British teachers are very strict and mean and awful, okay? And I was warned about this, and I was told, it's gonna suck, but they're gonna make you a good teacher. And everybody in the class cried at least once. I only cried once. I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. What would I cry about? It's just the class. I cried. They made me cry. They did. It's extremely stressful. I guess not everyone makes it through the program, and it was awful. So it's Certificate for English Language Teaching to Adults. So I have a CELTA. Would never go get a Delta. It was very difficult, Faith. Yes, very difficult. Yeah. All right. It was awful. Yes, I learned. Yes, I know how to lesson plan. Yes, I know how to have an effective class. Yes, I learned, but it wasn't a pleasant experience by any means. American education, like, let's make it fun while we're learning, and you'll learn. The British, they're like, F that, sit down and learn. They're very serious about it. Okay. So one of the schools I worked at, this is a school that does foundation stage through grade 12. And it's a British international school, and it's an Islamic school. So this school, okay, you can see the mirrored glass on the outside beyond the gate, okay? This place looks nothing like any other school in Egypt. No other school at all, okay? It basically looks like a car dealership. And I asked, my ex and I were talking about it, like, should I go apply over there, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's Kuwaiti funded. That's why it looks like that. Now, I didn't even connect that to Chantal when she first moved to Kuwait. I didn't even really think about it. But I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's cool. I remember him saying that it's gaudy because it's Kuwaiti funded. So, and I did look up some of their information today, and they are netting millions of US dollars, and Egypt doesn't have that kind of money. So they're definitely funded from the outside. There are branches of this school in Iran and Abu Dhabi, I believe. So, and one in Egypt. So, all right. So I put together some pictures that I have. This is obviously gate 2. Okay. And it'll advance in a minute. I just want to show you what it looks like. Okay. So this is another view of the outside. It's this weird mirrored glass. Okay. Like, this isn't normal for Egypt. So you can see in the reflection of the glass, the apartment buildings. So that's how a lot of buildings look. Like, they don't look like this. The reflection is what mostly buildings look like. All right. Just setting the stage here. So they have archery classes, they have swimming, they have a big swimming pool. I'm going to show that in a second, in the basement with lanes, because like the headmistress was like I don't know, like a swimmer, like a competitive swimmer or something. So they put a pool in. I don't know. So remember last night, if you were here, I was talking about the white leather sofas. These are the white leather sofas. This is in the reception area of the school. It looks like a car dealership. Like, you're walking in like, okay, what can I get for a loan, Like, all right, can I, what do I need to get you in a car today? And it's just, schools are not like this. It was so odd, very odd. And then we have, very strange. Well, this was for the parents to sit. The kids weren't allowed here. So this is the entrance. So like if you were to come in and you look straight ahead, my God. I'm just trying to look for some chew sticks or something. Here we go. Found them. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. I got something for you. Okay? Okay. Mom's trying to tell a story. I'm really tired of the barking. Okay? Okay? It's at a point, it's not cute. All right? Here you go. Here you go. And here you go. Okay? Bahana wa Shifa. Enjoy yourself, please. Oh my God. Okay, I'm back. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. So. So you walk in. So the front door is to the right. Okay. You walk in. There's the staircase to the right. And then you have these tan leather sofas over on the right. And then straight ahead, like from there, would be those white leather sofas. So it's this big reception areas with a bunch of seating areas with leather sofas. It's just like weird. It's weird. This place was so weird. And this is the very front entrance. So you see the mirrored glass. And I think these were sliding doors that would, like, you know, open electronically. And you walk in and, like, the floor has this inlaid weirdness and everything. Yeah, it's a school, Santiago. This is a school I worked at. One of my dogs wants to go out. Just a sec. All right. All right. So, yeah, so this is the front entrance. Yeah. So it's gaudy. It's weird, right? Okay. All right. So basically, okay, I got hired at this school as to be an English teacher. Okay. And I'm working there. And, they have to send, now this is where Foodie Beauty comes in, okay? Because everyone's like, isn't she going to get kicked out because of her health status and her medical exam? She's a tourist. She's on a tourist visa. She doesn't need a medical exam. I was working at this school and they were applying for a work visa for me, so I needed a medical exam. That's the only time you need a medical exam. If you're becoming a resident or you're going to be like a permanent or semi, not a tourist, So, so that's why I needed a medical exam. And that's why Chantal does not need a medical exam. And no one in Kuwait needs to be concerned about her health because she is a tourist. She has to pay for her health care. So what do they care if she's sick? They don't. They really don't. So she's not getting kicked out of the country for her health status. That would not be a thing. Okay. So still just setting it up for you to see, all right, the type of school we're at this point. And next up is the swimming pool. This was in the basement. So it had like lanes like for swimming laps and stuff. And like I said, the headmistress is a competitive swimmer or something. So she really needed the pool, I guess, in the basement. So I don't know. But they had archery, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what the tuition fees. Yeah, a private school. Yeah. Oh yeah, they pay big time. Yeah, they pay. And it was very easy for me to get hired at any of these schools because I am a white American blonde woman and a native English speaker, and I have a CELTA. I'm like the perfect candidate. So they can have me there on Parents' Day to talk to them and just be myself, basically, with my American accent and shaking hands for the women only, not the men. And yeah, so it's like I'm a good image for the school. Was a headmistress some rich lady? I have no idea because she wore niqab. So she was draped in black except for her eyes. You could only see her eyes. So there was no way to really know, which is kind of nice about, being covered like that. You don't really know what's going on underneath, Yeah. So I guess this is like for her because she's a competitive swimmer or something. So, okay. There were let me look at my notes. I got to make sure I'm getting everything because I don't want to be like, oh, but you needed to know this part that I didn't say. Okay. All right. So there was a general conception about foreigners, especially Americans, coming into the country, bringing in communicable diseases. You need to stop. I can't. I just can't. Please. You can't. Oh my God. So, we're bringing in HIV. We're bringing in all these diseases to infect the children and the native teachers. I mean, this is just a conception. It's like xenophobia, but against Americans. So, because we're all like, heathens and loosey-goosey, because this is an Islamic school also. So you have to be a little more conservative even if you're not Muslim, and I was not when I was working there. So there were other foreign teachers as well. And there were two men, there were two black men from Michigan, okay? They were from the Detroit area. These guys, oh my God, you meet so many weirdos, especially other foreigners, because everyone's there for different reasons. So there's these two guys, and they were bizarre. So they're wearing like these ankle pants, okay? And I'm like, what's up with that? So my ex was picking me up one day. I'm like, what's up with those guys? They're from Detroit. And he's like, oh, because the pants were a little bit shorter than normal. And this is a sign of a particular way of following Islam. It's called Salafi. It's very conservative. And the Salaf are considered to be the very first Muslims. And there's hadith about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, having pants that were like a couple inches shorter because having pants that go down to the ground would be considered a luxury. So these guys were dressing like that. And they were from Detroit, Michigan. Okay. So those are two of the foreigners. And then there was another guy, and I don't remember where he was from, but I was going through my old emails for my email account for when I was there. And because I was trying to find this document that we talked about last night a little bit. But there was this other American guy. I forget exactly where he was from, which state he was from, but he was American. And he was living there, married to an Egyptian woman. So, he needed to work. So they're like, all right. Hey, Darkest Coven, we're doing the story time now. If you wanna hop in now and go back later. Oh, you'll go back later. Okay. Yeah. All right. So they're like, all right, everybody, because it's summertime, like the kids aren't there yet, and we're doing like our lesson planning, and the women were all in the library together. There was gender segregation, which I didn't know how I would feel about it, but I actually really enjoyed it, and I was surprised about that. So I just liked it. Like, you didn't have to worry about how you were sitting or what, it was great. Like, women could just take off their hijab, and the men would knock on the door. Okay, Megan 8. It's a little distracting. Oh, I read posts on X that someone answered from Kuwait about foodie. This person said that the police overlook Westerners. That could be why. She's not really getting away with, she's not... I don't know. I mean, there's people committing serious crimes out there, She's just being a bitch. She's being her normal, horrible self. But it's not necessarily illegal, So, but, all right. So it's summertime. We're in the library. We're lesson planning, and the men have to knock on the door before they come in so that we can all get our hijab back on and get straightened up. And then we say they can come in. I loved it. Because then you don't have women acting weird, trying to get some guy's attention and being, there's none of that stuff going on. It was great. So they're like, all right, all the foreigners get on the bus. And you're going for your medical exam because we're applying for your work visas. This is something Chantal would never have to do because she does not work for a Kuwaiti company and probably doesn't have a job offer, I would think. But if she does get a job offer and she starts working for a Kuwaiti company, more than likely she will need a medical exam. And they will be testing for different things. So this is why people are saying, she's a tourist. You don't get off the airport in Mexico and have to go over to the side and get a medical exam. They don't care, what you're sick with. You're a tourist. You're going to be leaving. I don't know what we're barking at. All right. So we all get on the bus, okay? So there's these two guys from Detroit, there's the other guy, and I'm sitting with a girl from Mauritius. And she is beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. And she was a little bit younger than me. And she had moved to Egypt and she was marrying an Egyptian. And she was telling me how, like, he really wasn't all that nice to her. And, I just felt bad because I'm like, you don't need to be putting up with any of this. Like, girl, she could get anyone she wanted. I mean, really, she shouldn't have to be, like, tolerating that kind of BS. So I don't know where we're going in the van, okay? I mean, I know the area pretty well at this point, but I'm like, it seems like we're kind of heading downtown-ish. Like, what? Why? I lived in a suburb. This school is in a suburb. And there are plenty of medical clinics in the area. So I'm like, why are we going into the city? It's called Mohandassine. It's a part of Cairo called Mohandassine. It's very congested. So I call my ex and I'm like, we're on a bus and we're heading, I think we're in Mohandassine and for our medical exams. And he's like, really? Okay. Well, just keep me updated, what's going on. I'm like, okay. He's like, there are other people there with you, right? You're not by your, right? Yes, there are, like, yes. Okay, yeah, just keep me updated. So we walk into this clinic. God. We walk into this clinic. The entire waiting room is filled. Now, this is not a picture of that day, but I Googled health clinic Cairo, and this is basically exactly what it is. So there's lots of people there. It's completely full with all different kinds of people from all different social classes. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Because I showed you the leather sofas, the mirrored windows. It's like, why are we here? Why didn't we just go to a clinic where we live? Like, why are we here downtown? So already I'm a little bit like, I don't really... Oh, there were more people than this at the one that I was at. No, cheaper is not the issue. I gotta get him. I can't concentrate with him barking. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. Oh my God. They're testing me big time. They really are. So here we are, right? Here's the school, right? And then we get downtown to this clinic where there's all kinds of people sitting around. The place is like totally packed. Okay. So, all right. So we're waiting. They bring us in shortly. Like, we didn't really have to wait that long, okay? And they're telling us, they tell me that I need to go over to this x-ray machine to be checked for tuberculosis, okay? Now, in this clinic, this wasn't like state-of-the-art clinic where it's like, oh, it's probably a new x-ray machine. There's probably no leakage of radiation. I'll be fine. It wasn't like that. So... And also, they can check for tuberculosis doing a test on your wrist. So I'm like, Why are we doing x-rays for that? Oh, we're going to look at your lungs. So, I'm bringing in tuberculosis, HIV, God only knows what, infecting all the students because I'm American. Okay, all right. So I said, I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm a woman of childbearing age, and I don't know how much radiation I'm going to be exposed to with this. I hugged an x-ray machine to x-ray my lungs when I was 9 years old. And not ever since. And I've had other x-rays. So I'm like, I don't know. No, I don't feel comfortable with that. So they're like, oh, okay, all right. They don't know what to say to me because I'm sure people don't say I'm not doing that, but whatever. So the two guys from Detroit are like, oh, yeah. They get up, they do it, like, no problem. And the other guy was like, he was kind of like looking at me like, why, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, look, we don't know. This could be like a very old machine. We don't know how safe it is. We don't know how much radiation of a dose we're going to get. And there are other ways to check for tuberculosis. So why? This doesn't feel necessary to me. Now, he had like a baby on the way with his Egyptian wife. And I'm like, he's totally in a different position than me. And I'm like, he needed a job. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it. So, I'm just saying, you won't be the only one not doing it if you decide not to. Like, I will address this. So if you don't want to do it, I don't remember if he ended up getting it done or not. So, Fran, it may not be better if it's an old creaking x-ray machine in downtown Egypt, Cairo, from the 70s. Probably not. We're not talking about American equipment here. I mean, really, you walk in, you're like, what the hell? What is going on in here? Okay. So then they're like, okay, well, the next step is to get your blood drawn. You're going to get your blood drawn, and we're going to check you for all the diseases that we're afraid that you're going to give our children and the native teachers, okay? This is pretty much what it looked like. There's just people sitting around, okay, just random people coming up to you. They have their, phlebotomists. They got their little tray and everything, but everyone's just kind of sitting. There's nothing structured. There are no exam rooms, nothing. Everyone's just willy-nilly, pretty much like this, okay? This is a clinic in Egypt, this picture. Not the one that I went to, but I just looked on the internet, and this is pretty much what it looked like. So I'm like, all right, good luck finding a vein, because they usually can't on me, right? Well, I'm watching this person, and I don't see them put a fresh needle on the syringe. I don't see a new needle. And like I said, I've injected thousands of IV bags. I have attached thousands of needles to syringes. I know the feeling, the sound, everything by heart. And I'm like, something felt immediately off. And I was like, I don't think I heard the paper on the needle come off. And I looked at the person and I said, is that a new needle? This person starts gaslighting me. Oh, it's nothing, blah, blah, blah. It's a yes or no question. Is that a new needle? Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Now, we talked a little bit last night about this, that this was, this wasn't like in the 70s. I'm not that old. It was in the 2000s. It wasn't in the 90s. No, God, I'm not that old. No. So, I didn't like the shadiness. And this is where the cultural thing came in, where in general, we give passes to each other, But I'm like, this is my health we're talking about here. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear that I'm imagining things. I don't want to be gaslit about my health. Okay, I haven't even looked down at my notes yet. Okay, here we are. I'm right on track. All right. So they're kind of giving me a little bit of a hard time. And I had done significant research about the diseases that are active in Egypt. I had to get certain vaccines to go to Egypt even as a tourist, and one of them was hepatitis A. Hepatitis A is extremely common in Egypt. So eating from street vendors can be that's one way that people get it very commonly. Hepatitis A comes from people comes from people like Chantal, people who don't wash their hands after using the toilet. Okay? So I start getting a little bit indignant. And I said, are you aware of the prevalence of hepatitis A in this country? You're reusing a needle? And they just start backing up like, oh, the crazy foreigner's about to go off, okay? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I don't have to deal with you. I mean, clearly, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, I didn't say that though, okay? That's what I was thinking. So, I call my ex because, he was like, keep me updated what's going on. And in his family, there are physicians in the family. There are multiple physicians. It's a very educated family. There are multiple physicians in the family. So even though my ex is not a physician, he knows enough to know that what I'm saying is very serious, and he's not about to tell me not to worry about it. He knew. And he's like, oh my God. And he's like, where are you? And I'm like, I can't read the sign. It's in Arabic. I can take a picture of it and send it to you. I'm at this place in Mohandassine. It's very congested. And he's like, why'd they send you all the way to Mohandassine? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying to get the medical exam for my work visa. And also, as I mentioned before, I have worked for the American Red Cross. And if anybody just had a thought oh, is that a clean needle? There would be no gaslighting. There would be no, yes, it is. Didn't you see me? There would be none of that. Needles cost literal pennies. If someone said, I'm not sure if that was a new needle, I would take it off, dispose of, a lot of the stuff. If they think anything is sus, put a new needle on. Have them watch me put a new needle on. They're literal pennies. Whether I knew it was clean or not, I've never, ever, ever reused there's no reason to. They cost so little. Just so we could both have peace of mind. You're seeing me put it on out of the wrapper, okay? Are we cool? It's for both of us. I don't want to be accused of doing that. I don't want the person to feel unsafe. It's a very simple, it doesn't matter what the reality is, it's the perception. If this person is perceiving that their health is at risk, why fight with them? Why are you fighting with them? Okay? So, I'm getting angry because people are looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay, of course. I wish Marva was here. Chawega Magnuna. Okay, crazy foreigner is the look I'm getting from people. Even the patients sitting around what is she so upset about? Oh my God, these foreigners. I go out to the lobby, to the waiting area, right? I go out to the waiting area. And I'm just waiting for my coworkers. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to wait here. And then we'll all go back in the van together. And, my ex was just talking to me. He's like, yeah, just talk to the headmistress when you get back. She should be educated to know that this isn't right. And just let her know, I'm like, okay, all right. Just go back on the van. It'll be fine. I'm getting more and more upset the longer I'm standing there because I'm looking at all these people sitting in the waiting room and I'm like, there is a good chance that 2 out of 10 of these people have hepatitis. just numbers. Just numbers. And these mofos are gonna reuse needles like it's no big deal. I think it's no big, like, true, like, there's a reason it's spreading, jerk. There's a reason it's spreading in your country. So I'm getting upset. I'm getting more and more upset. I'm like, oh my God, like, all these people, they aren't going to say anything. Like, they may not even know that it's a problem. They may not even notice. So I'm getting upset for the people. I'm upset for myself. I'm upset for my coworkers. And I went over to the receptionist and I said, I need to speak with the medical director. So they're like, okay. The medical director comes out. It's a woman, okay? And she gives me this look like I'm an uppity foreigner like I'm a Karen complaining, okay? That's the look I get, like, oh God, here we go, type of look, which pissed me off even more. So I still have my ex on the phone. He's like, just keep me on, just want to make sure everything's going okay. I see that look from her, okay? And I said, I want to discuss with you, okay? I'm not doing an x-ray with your equipment here, okay? I'm sorry, but it does not look safe to me. I don't know what level of radiation is coming out of there. She's like, that's fine. And I said, and I went back to get my blood drawn, and it really wasn't clear to me that it was a brand new clean needle that was going to be used to puncture my vein. Well, and thank God, I wasn't sick. I was just going for a routine exam for my work visa. Thank God I wasn't sick. Imagine if I was sick and just not aware or paying it, oh my God. But I wouldn't have gone to a place like this if I was sick. That's the other thing, So she's like, well, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember what she said. I just started saying, oh my God, listen, okay. You think I'm this really nice person. And I am. All right. I am. I didn't realize that this was such a trigger for me. Okay. Having my health put in jeopardy, turns out it was a big trigger for me. I was appalled. And I said, because I'm like, maybe she's not getting it. Maybe she's not understanding what I'm saying. That they're not using new needles on patients. Does she not understand? So I just, now being an English teacher, a trained English teacher from the Brits, okay, with people who are not native English speakers, you gotta make it very simple. You gotta make the sentences simple, the words simple. That's what I was thinking, right? You know what I said to her? I said, you are not clean. Oh my God, I said that. You are not clean. And she just looks surprised, like she's kind of taken aback. And then I said, you're the medical director? I went off. I said, you're the medical director of this place? I said, and then I said, oh my God. And I remember it word for word because my ex and I joked about it for years afterwards because he was on the phone listening, okay? And I said, you call yourself a doctor? You should be ashamed of yourself. In front of the entire waiting room of all those people, I yelled at this medical director, this doctor. I yelled that at her. I yelled at her. And then I pick up, and then she just walks off, right? And I pick up, I put the phone in my ear, and he's just like, he doesn't know he's never heard me do anything like that, even with him, And he's, he said later, if he hadn't heard it for himself, he never would have believed that I did that. It just triggered me to such a level, and I was so disgusted. I'm like, there is a minimum standard in healthcare, and you don't even scrape the bottom of it. What is wrong with you? And I said, you should be ashamed of yourself. You call yourself a doctor, okay? So, I mean, whoa, right? But, I still don't regret it because, who knows? Maybe some patients walked out and saved their lives. And maybe, she got a little knock upside the head, like, get your shit together. You're running a clinic here. What the hell are you doing? So we all get back on the van. Okay, story's not over. We all get back on the van. And, people were like, oh, you're going to talk to, the headmistress when you get back? I said, yes, I'm going to tell her what's going on. Why would they send us here? I don't understand that. And everyone's just like glad to have it over with. Like they went ahead and did everything. They were glad to have it over with. Okay. We get back. We walk into this leather sofa lobby. Okay. You know that van was awkward. I walk into this lobby right here, okay? And the vice president or whatever, God, vice principal, I don't even know. It's British, so they have different terms for it. This woman, okay, I've spoken to her many times before. She was very decent, okay? She calls me over to her. And she's like, hi, is everything okay? I said, no, but, I'll talk to the headmistress about it. And she said, well, I heard about what happened. I heard about what happened, okay? I want you to know, she says her last name. I already knew it. She says, I don't know if you know, this chain of hospitals that's her name. And I'm like, no, I've never heard of them. And it's like, listen, I have physicians in the family. I've never heard of a hospital with your name on it. No, I haven't. But, I was like, I wasn't as fired up, So I'm like, oh, no, I haven't heard of that. And she's like, I understand, the standard of care that you're used to in the States is far different than what it is here. And she explains to me the concept. Oh, I wish Marwa was here. I hope you listen to the replay, Marwa. She explains to me the concept of malish. Okay? Malish. Malish means essentially, it means sorry, okay? But it also means, don't worry about it. Please excuse us. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. It feels like you're being blown off. And she's like, well, we say malish. And I'm like, no, a dirty needle in my arm is not malish. I know what that means, you bitch. You see? I'm not living by myself here. Come on. And she's like, okay, well, the headmistress would like to see you. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I would like to see her too. So I go up these stairs. Okay, these stairs to the right is where her office was. Up there. Like almost at the top of the stairs, kind of. Yeah. So I go up the stairs. And I let her, she's got like this receptionist person outside of her office, okay? And I'm like, yeah, I am here to see, the woman. I say her name. She's like, she knows who I am. And she's like, okay, have a seat. This is where there's another cultural thing that you don't even consider being a thing until it happens to you. This has happened to me several times in Egypt. It's never happened to me in the States. There becomes this power play. And it's very common with people of different, when people are from different social classes, they pull this power play bullshit. So she knows that I'm there waiting. I'm not waiting 5-10 minutes. It was well over an hour, I believe. This was a while ago. I remember it being such a long time that I said to the receptionist, should I just come back? Oh no, she wants you to wait. She's having me sit there waiting for her. And that creates the like, oh, what's going to happen? The like anticipation. Maybe people start to get nervous or anxious. And I'm just thinking, I want to tell her what's going on in this clinic so she doesn't continue to send employees there. That's what I think I'm going in to say to her. Okay. But she's making me wait. And now I know there's more to this whole thing than what I know about. Because why is she making me wait like this? There's no one in there with her. Like, I saw someone walk out shortly after I got there. No one else went in. So she comes out. She says something to the receptionist. And then she goes back in and closes the door. Like, it's like this weird power bullshit. And it's happened to me so many times there. It's never happened to me here. I think people just don't have the time to waste in the States. It's like, oh yeah, come on in, you know, or like, sorry for the wait. But she's like intentionally making me sit there. I finally go in. I've never been in her office before this. She has this office that is like wood. Wood furniture is very, very rare in Egypt because there's no wood. So it all gets imported from Lebanon. So she has this intricately carved wooden desk. Like a huge wooden desk that she's sitting behind. So this, I know, is the Kuwaiti money. And it's also a status thing to tell the parents that we have money. Because it's, now, to me, here, where I live in the States, a wooden desk is, I mean, I have one right here. It's no big deal. But there's no wood in Egypt, you know? There's no trees like that. They're palm trees. So they import from Lebanon. And then to have it all carved and everything, it's very expensive. So I'm like, okay. And she's sitting there. She's wearing niqab. So only her eyes are showing. Okay. And my ex has always told me when you're with a woman who's wearing niqab and it's just you and her, she should remove the face scarf. Because the only reason people are wearing it is for, like when you're wearing hijab, you can take it off in front of other women and your family members. You can't take it off like in front of men that you're not related to. In general, there's like, you know, specific rules, but so she didn't remove her face scarf. And I'm like, this is weird because I can't see her facial expressions. I don't know what's going on. So she says to me, okay, she says, Ms., you know, my name. I understand you met my sister today. My sister. The doctor I was yelling at was her sister. Oh my God. I'm like, that's why we went to that clinic. What the hell? What the hell? And I'm like, oh, I'm getting fired. I'm getting fired. That's it. I don't have this job anymore. Exactly, Sansa. You are not clean. You call yourself a doctor? You should be ashamed of yourself. To her sister. Her sister. Her sister was a doctor. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's one of many issues I had in Egypt. And I mean, that's how everyone knows each other. Like Egypt, you feel like, okay, there's millions of people in Egypt, right? When it comes down to it, the families, the family lines, there's not as many as you would think because there's not a lot of immigrants to Egypt. So you will always know a person who knows somebody who knows somebody. Like eventually you'll get back to, oh, okay, you know? So, I mean, that's what happened. That's what happened. So, you know, like, so I leave. She doesn't fire me, but I'm like, do I even come in tomorrow? Like, what the hell, right? I did. I continued to work. Okay, I did. And as I told some of you last night, every month you line up at the accountant to get your pay, and you just get a big envelope full of cash once a month, okay? At the end of each month. So, so I'm standing in the long line because it's literally every staff person, the cleaning people, the teachers, everybody, okay? And I see the two guys from Detroit, because everyone's in Egypt, it's so crowded that you're always kind of bumping elbows with somebody. You just have to get used to it. Like if you have serious bubble issues, probably shouldn't go there. So the two guys from Detroit are Salafi, okay, which is extremely conservative, mostly from Saudi Arabia, okay? The Salaf are considered the very first Muslims, very conservative. So these dudes from Detroit, Michigan are coming through telling us all to segregate the lines. Men over here, woman over here. I looked over at them and I'm just thinking, you're in Egypt. This isn't Saudi Arabia. You're going to have a tough time here if you're trying to regulate how Egyptians do things in their own country. You're going to have a real tough time. No one listened to them, of course. Everyone's just, it's just not that conservative. Like, it's just not like that. So I finally get to my chance. I'm up at the accountant's desk. Okay, you sit down at the desk, and they count out. They counted out. Some counted out. Some just hand you the envelope. I forget what this guy did, but you don't get. There's so many rules to this that you like. I always tell new teachers and foreigners, like, don't get up from that desk until you count all the cash and make sure it's all there. Because once you stand up, it's like you're screwed. So I'm counting it and I'm like, oh, this is very short. This is very short. And I don't remember how much it was off, but it was enough that I was really concerned. So I tell the accountant, like, oh, this isn't right. I was hired for this much per month. And, I think it was my first pay. I don't remember. It must have been. And he was like, well, malish. No. I'm like, so what do I do? And he's like, well, you can go talk to the headmistress. I'm like, fuck no. I'm not going back up there. No, So there's like, at least 30 people behind me waiting for their pay. So I just get up, I walk away. And I get home and I talk to my ex and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be paid this. This is what I got. And he's like, did you count it at the desk? I said, yes. Did you tell him it wasn't enough? Yes. And what did he say? Just like, go talk to the headmistress. And you know what happened with that? He's like, okay. So he tells me, okay, when you go back, you're going to do this, talk to this person, say this. If you don't get anywhere with that, because it's all very cultural. And you don't even think of the cultural practices that you engage in every single day in the country that you live in currently, if you're from there. You don't even consider it because it's just your daily life. But not everyone's daily life works like that. So, around the world. So, okay, go in this order to talk to this person first. See what you don't want to jump the chain of command. People will get very touchy about that, even if it's a mistake because of the social class thing. People are very touchy about it. So anything that I did, it wasn't working. I wasn't getting anywhere. I certainly wasn't getting my cash. So he says, okay, go in and talk to Mr. Muhammad, the accountant, and tell him. And I'm like, Mr. Muhammad doesn't speak English, like not a word of English. And I have gone in there friendly to tell him about something, and he truly didn't understand. So he's not just pretending not to know English for this issue. Like, he really didn't. So you try to keep an eye on Argentinian cultural things. It's so hard to keep up with because each province has different ones. So I get what you mean. Yes. And you don't even realize it until you're in a different culture and just different things are expected. Very subtle things that you have to learn to really immerse yourself, to really blend in with the culture. Yeah. So I'm like, Mr. Muhammad doesn't speak English, so that's not going to work. And he's like, okay. So a couple days pass, I think he's just kind of waiting for someone to walk up with me with an envelope of cash or something. No one did. So he's like, I think I'm going to have to go in there. And I'm like, oh, that's so lame. You know, I'm an American woman. I don't have to have anyone speak on my behalf about anything. But there, I did. And how embarrassing. So he and I went in. We go into Mr. Muhammad, okay? He sits down. I'm kind of in the corner. He's talking to him. They're speaking in Arabic, right? And they start laughing. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Schmoozing them. You schmoozing them. Because you go in, you ask about the family. You know, oh, how's everything? And how was your holiday? And blah, 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 blah. You got to have a 15-minute conversation before you get down to business. So, you know, he essentially says, okay, well, the reason I'm here today, you know, not because I just like, I'm going to talk with you. You know, like, jeez, can we get on with it? But, you know, she wasn't paid correctly. And Mr. Muhammad pretends to look concerned, like, oh, really? Okay, you know. So they open the books, and Mr. Muhammad is like saying to my ex, like, okay, she worked on this day from these hours. Is that correct? And my ex would translate to me, is that what you worked? Yes. Okay. Yes, she did. Okay. And like there was one time I worked like a half a day, and I'm like, yes, I did work a half a day. I expect not to be paid for that, but this is way beyond that, you know? So next thing I know, my ex is dictating something to the accountant to write down. And they're still joking and laughing. And I'm just like, what? And he can't stop and explain it to me because he's doing his thing, you know? So I'm just watching, like, okay. And Mr. Muhammad is writing. He's writing in Arabic. And he's looking up at my ex, waiting for the next thing to write. I'm like, what are they doing? My ex was dictating to him to write, English teacher, my name is owed this amount from this time period, and signed his name, you know, and the school name and everything. So he had him write that down. And he said to me, we can take this to the police station and have this enforced. So they'll make them pay you. But we don't want to go to the police until like you get fired, basically, for yelling at the headmistress's sister. I'm like, okay. So we had to wait. So, oh, Santiago, you have no idea. People used to, yeah, you have no idea. Yeah. 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 I mean, he just knows how to deal with people, basically. And, you know, he's Egyptian. He, you know, so he gets it. And he carries himself in a certain way. He's of a certain social class, but he's also very friendly. He treats everyone the same. So that gives him like a certain, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, Ketsy. So the accountant wrote, you know, what they owed me for money. So you can take it to the police station. And the accountant signed it. So it's enforceable. Well, we didn't end up doing that. I forget how I even left. I think I just got another job and I left. But I read an email today because I was going through my old email address from when I was a teacher back then. And the guy that was an American guy that was there with the Egyptian woman, you know, who was married to, who was having a baby, he had written me an email saying, like, can I get that list of schools to apply to? Because, like, he was still working there and they weren't paying him. It was just, like, a nightmare. They were doing the same thing to him, basically. But he really needed a job. He had a baby coming, you know. Oh, my God. Awful. Awful. So we didn't end up getting the pay. And I don't remember for the life of me how much it was. But I remember it was enough that I'm like, I'm not just going to say, malish, it's okay. Like, I'm thinking in my head, and I really don't remember, but I do still have a picture of that paper that the guy wrote up somewhere. So I want to try to find that. But I'm thinking it was like $500, like 500 US. So it's like, it was enough that I was like, I can't just let that slide. I think even $100, I would have been like, fuck you, whatever. But, I probably just wouldn't have really pushed it. But like, it was enough. Oh no, they were ripping everybody off. This place is unbelievable. And there are stories about this school all over the internet, all over. And one of my students I was teaching 4th and 5th grade boys. And one of the students was he's on TV, this Islamic, like a Mufti Menk type of person, but not Mufti Menk. Like that kind of person. He's very well known, and his son was in my class. So the school is like, it's considered prestigious. I don't know, maybe it's the archery or the pool or something. And, whatever. But I'm like, well, they don't pay their teachers. So, yeah, a common case for English teachers abroad. Right. And if I didn't have, my family to kind of coach me through this stuff, like, my mother-in-law, she's a professor, and she was like, next time, don't start working until you have the contract. I'm like, I know. But I'd start working. And, then I'd end up getting shorted. Like, it happened a lot. And because if you don't have the contract, you don't have your work visa yet. I didn't have my work visa because I didn't complete my medical exam. So there was really nothing I could do. But the woman who said that she had, like, her family owned a bunch of hospitals or whatever, I told her, I said, well, we have physicians in the family. Can I just do an exam with them and bring you the results? She's like, oh yeah, that would be fine. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that then. But I didn't. I never did it. It's too cold to bother. It really depends on a lot of factors. You might want to listen to last night's the end of the stream, sort of before the DIY stuff. So, because I discussed that a little, like, kind of at some length, where, like, I have a CELTA, but I'm not an English teacher in the U.S. I'm not a teacher. Like, I don't have that kind of degree or certification or anything. I don't. But real teachers who are like a teacher in their home country, like working in a school, a real life teacher, when they go overseas and you work at a very well-known chain of schools, international schools, those people are fine. They have no problems. They look like regular people. Not like me being all dusty in some of these schools I worked in that had no air conditioning, dust all over the floor. Like they're working in like American standard schools. Like they're like basically like, because they're real teachers. I'm not a teacher. Did she know who my partner was? No. They wouldn't have had any reason to cross paths. No. So it really depends. And I know every country is different too. Every country is very different. I've been told, and I know that there is a reactor in this community who I think currently lives in this country, but I've been told that one Middle Eastern country should be absolutely off limits to me ever to go teach in. And I won't name the country, and please don't put it in the chat. But I've been told that the ruler of that country, I'm not sure what his title is, has been known to cite people and have them taken and put in a hotel room. And then you're a sex slave, and there's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. So, but, I mean, there's a lot of darkness, too, all over the world. I mean, there is in the States, too, But I've been told never, ever to go there, ever. Yeah. I mean, that stuff happens everywhere. Yeah, so that's my story. That was one of my jobs. Something dramatic and stupid happened just about everywhere, except for the university I worked at. So, just like my mother-in-law said, you get the contract. When I was in touch with the university, I mean, it was the best job I had there. And I worked on and off during different seasons and stuff. Like, we wouldn't work at all during Ramadan, like at all. And that's when the dogs, that year, that's when the dogs were born, because we had the month off for Ramadan. And we were asked, can you help bottle feed these 12-day-old puppies? And I was like, we have the whole month off for Ramadan. Like, we have time. Now it's many years later, and they're here in the background barking. Thank Goose Sterion. Thank you. Yeah. I got other stories too. But so, relating back to Chantal doesn't need a medical exam. She doesn't. There's no reason to. She's a tourist. Even if she's not doing touristy things, even if she's just sitting in her apartment, sitting on the floor eating, you know, she's still considered a tourist to Kuwait. But for me, they were applying for a work visa on my behalf so that I could become more permanent there, so I didn't have to leave after 90 days. So, yeah. What a flex. I know, right? The wooden desk. Oh, she was obnoxious. She was the competitive swimmer, too. And looking up the school to try to find pictures, I found a picture of her, and she's not wearing niqab anymore. She's just wearing regular hijab. So Chantal's fine with that, at least. Yeah, there's no reason for her to... Yeah. She's not marrying a Kuwaiti national. She's not trying to get Kuwaiti citizenship. And she's not getting hired by a company that it would matter. So she is a tourist. Yeah, so yeah, that's my story. You got a bunch of nurses in the background with the owl. Isn't that cute? Cute stuff. Do you guys have any questions? I had to look away from the chat for a little bit. It was getting a little distracting. Sorry. So I might have missed a few questions. But feel free to ask. I'm pretty open. And if it is too personal, I'll just tell you it's too personal. That's all. Look at that Chubble's owl. Isn't that adorable? Little chubby owl. Aw. This one's creepy. Very creepy. Creepy owl. Yeah, I had a lot of experiences. Hey, BB, you love Chubby Owl? Yeah, so cute. This one's cute too. It's like the sun setting. Yeah. No questions? Anywhere to go in Egypt that's okay for tourists? The whole place is fine, except for Sinai. You can't go to Sinai at any time. But it's fine. Every place is fine in Egypt except for Sinai. Oh, for your pharmacist friend? Yeah. I actually have another one. Oh, is it this one? No, I think I have another one that's better even. I'll look for it. I think I have a better one. Kelly, I had no problem at all. The first time I went, I didn't meet my ex online. I met him when I was there. So I went by myself the first time to Egypt, and I was fine. You just have to be a little more self-protective than normal. That's all. You got to think in different ways. And unfortunately, you may not figure that out until you're already there, because it can be hard to tell. Little 7, I'm so glad you stuck up for yourself and others and saved the Park Street Boys. It's your birthday today. Oh my God, why didn't you say something? It's your birthday? No way. Happy birthday, little 7. Oh my God. It's her birthday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, little 7. How exciting. Yeah. Happy birthday, little Seven. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We love the Casio keyboard. Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Little Seven.
Happy birthday to Chantal. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Happy birthday, little Seven. Woohoo! Awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. And thank you so, so much. I'm so glad you stuck up for yourself and others and saved the Bark Street Boys. Oh, yeah. That's one of the best things that came out of Egypt is the Bark Street Boys. Hands down, no question. Yes.
Thank you, Cabela.
Thank you, little Seven, and happy birthday. Yeah. How you walk with those giant balls of steel for shouting at the director's sister. Well, I wonder, like, if I had even known that it was her sister, I don't even know if I would have handled it differently. I didn't realize that was such an intense trigger for me. I don't make scenes. I'm not a scene-making person. I'm just not. I get my point across, just like I do on my channel. You don't hear me screaming and yelling most of the time. I get my point across. I might be a little snarky. I might be a little bitchy about it, but it's like I'm not making a huge scene, right? I'm just not like that. But I was, like I said, he said, I never would have believed it if I hadn't heard it for myself. He's never heard me talk like that to anybody. Not even in a joking way. I was so loud, and it was in front of this entire waiting room full of people. The medical director telling her she's not clean. She calls herself a doctor. She should be ashamed of herself. Oh my God. You are dirty. You are not clean. So when the dogs were born, when the dogs came, oh my God. I still have him here. The runt. He was so, he was like very mischievous. Out of all of them, he was the most like, right? I mean, he still is. And my ex would say to him, he was such a little puppy, and he would say to him, you should be ashamed of yourself, like making fun of me from yelling at the doctor like that from like the previous year. You should be ashamed of yourself. What are you doing? Need more stories over fear? Oh my God, I have a million. I don't know, Catsy. I'm sure she's still a doctor. I don't know. I'm not in touch with most people. Oh my God. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, need a shame emote. Yeah. Oh, God. You have visited Sinai, Faith? Nice. Oh, Dahab. Oh, cool. I was there for a couple of years. Tater tot, hot dish. So is Chantal possibly married or absolutely no? I don't think it even matters anymore. I think if she is, it's similar to what is like a temporary marriage. And I clipped out a whole video. If let's see. Let me see who asked that. Hell of a Live. You know what? Hell of a Live. Let me gift some memberships and maybe you'll get one. Because it's on members only. It's like temporary marriage or something. It's on members only. So let me log in and gift some and maybe you'll get one. So keep typing, okay? Because participation is what is how Google like figures out who to give them to. I can't choose who to give them to, sadly. So Hell of a Live. Just keep like do emojis or keep chatting or something. Okay. My chat's not loading, though. Oh, we had this problem last time. Come on now. It is random, sadly. I mean, it's good in a way, but, you know, at the same time. And you have to be subscribed. Hey, Marwa, are you just coming in? Oh, my God. Marwa, I just told my entire story about this medical clinic in Mohandasin and how I yelled at the doctor. Yelled. And I showed pictures of the school and everything. You have to watch it. I was like, I wish Marwa was here. One of the people at the school was trying to explain to me the concept of malish. Malish. I'm like, listen, malish yourself. God. Yeah, but keep typing though. Anyone Hell of Alive or anyone who does want a gifted membership, keep typing because that's how Google, it's your participation. That's how Google figures out who to give gifted memberships to. So don't stop. Don't stop chatting. You can just do emojis if you can't think of anything to say. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now the chat's loading. Yes. There we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. Mega. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're giving away 5 gifted memberships. It does go randomly. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. If you don't have one, here we go. Woo! And if you see under that green box where it says enable gift memberships, click on that and enable them. Okay, so we got Faith Ludlow. We've got Callie. We've got Tammy Loves to Travel. Callie Cat and Rabid Cricket received memberships. Woohoo! Yeah, congratulations. And please check out your welcome video for new members. Here we go. Welcome to membership. Go check out your stuff. So when you go to my channel, if you go across the top where it's like videos, live, playlists, you're going to see a new tab there if you're a member that says members. So click on that. You'll see everything that's there for you. Hey, Crystal Voss. Yeah, the brand account, it doesn't that stink peach cobbler? I have that too. Which in a way it's good because if I'm lurking, I'm not going to get outed by getting a gifted membership. So, but I never get gifted memberships for channels that I want to receive one. So, but the ones that I am members in, you know, I pay for them monthly, which is totally fine because I like to support the channels that I like, you know. My thought is that she went to the casino, smoked her face off, ate till she burst and made a fast US vlog and zipped back over, then went into diabetic ketosis. Okay. Hey, very possible. There was a big kerfuffle in the channels and such about memberships. It was just loud words that I did not understand. Catsy? Oh, no. Huh. Yeah, Prismo, you need to speak up more. Seriously. You have something to add? You do. Definitely. I mean, even if you just type LOL, like YouTube considers that participation. You don't have to write some, you know, earth-shattering comment, you know, like, you know, just emojis, a laughing emoji. That's participation according to Google. To be honest, I love that story. I want to hear more stories. Oh, Prismo, I got 1 million. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Razumi. Thank you. Hey, Lauren. There you go, Lauren. LOL. Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thanks. Makes you feel like you were there? Nice. That's good. Oh my God. I still don't regret it. I still don't. Shame on her. The audacity to try to gaslight me that it's okay to have a dirty needle inside my vein. F all the way off with that. I don't care who you are. F all the way off. Nothing is worth it to me. Nothing. Nothing. You can deport me. I'm not doing that. Nice, Mega Omega. Melody Brundage just gifted 5 memberships to Crystal Voss Prismo. Prismo, you got one. Living Alone Over 50, Dollivore, and Cynthia P. Fantastic. Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much. Yeah, see? You got one. See? Just a little participation. Doesn't take much. That's right. Awesome. And new members, definitely check out you're going to like it if you've never seen it. It's just cute. It's not long. A little welcome video. Nightbot is going to put it in the chat. Oh, hey, Lauren, you missed some things. That's okay. Oh, Marwa. Oh, my God. Marwa. I wonder if you will recognize the school, because I show pictures of it, Marwa, the actual school. I would have flexed on her a little harder. I mean, what if all those parents found out about her sister's dirty practices? But I'm an agent of chaos. Yeah. And apparently it's like not that uncommon of a practice. So it's not like, I mean, if it happened in the States, you would go to the news station and there would be people banging on the doors and like unsafe practices. But like there, it's just different. Like, I'm sorry, but this is not a when in Rome situation. So nice, Melody. Thank you. I mean, come on. That's how, people who are IV drug users, that's how they get hepatitis. I don't know, Too Cold to Bother. That's a good question. I don't know where the lack of education is. If they don't know, if it's laziness, if they think that they're saving the clinic money, I have no idea. That's a very good question. I don't know. HIV, for sure. For sure. And like, they think the Americans are bringing in HIV. And it's like, I don't know, maybe because you're sharing needles in the frigging medical clinic where people are sick. Maybe that's, yeah. Right, Jonesy, exactly. You're not even supposed to reuse needles on yourself. Exactly. I mean, oh my God, they cost pennies. Throw it out, put a new one on, just for the person's peace of mind. That's how Pam Anderson got it, Lauren. Oh, ignorance, Marwa. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Crystal Voss got a membership. Oh, Prismo, I'm at work and I literally gasped out loud when I heard the part about not using a new needle. I know, right? I know. It's like unheard of. Like, it's just shocking. And I have just, I've just attached literally thousands of needles to syringes. And I mean, I'm not an IV drug user. I mean, like at work, okay? Just to be clear, my God. People are like, whoa, are you serious as a heavy drug user? Thousands of syringes, she said. Yeah. And like, I just had that thought, like, something's not right. I've just done it so many times. Like, whether it was like I didn't hear the sound of the wrapper come off or something. I'm like, yeah, Callie Cat. We've been talking about how needles must be for free, Marwa. Yeah, Marwa, let me show you a picture of the place and see if you know it. If you do, you can just say yes. You don't have to say where it is. Here's the outside gate. This is gate number 2. And you can see the mirrored glass on the outside of the school, which you don't really see anywhere else in Egypt. And here's the lobby, the reception area with the leather sofas. It's so gaudy. Oops, sorry. And that's the other part of the reception area. Have you ever seen this place, Marwa? It's a foundation stage through grade 12, British school. They have a pool in the basement. They have an archery course too, but... And this was just a picture I took of, like, you know, a clinic in Cairo. It looked very similar to this. Very similar. You don't recognize it? Okay. Just curious. Just curious. Yeah. It's all about how things look to the parents who are paying the big bucks. You know, as far as paying teachers and, like, being decent, that's not really a priority. Used to work with foreign businesses and had that waiting power play used on me. Otters and elephants? Right. But then the U.S. firm started trying that BS and you just laughed. Isn't it interesting? We're like, you know what's happening, but, like, this doesn't usually happen to me. What is happening here? What is going on? Do they think that that's affecting me the way that they hope it does? Because it's not. You're confused that that happened there? What do you mean? Yeah. I had that happen to me a couple times when I was there. It's like it's so clear when it's happening. It's like I kind of felt like it was a moment. I mean, there were so many times where I felt like they were playing chess and I was playing checkers, but that was a moment when people have done that to me where I'm like, you're clearly checkers and I'm chess. This does not affect me at all. Let me just grab a book while I wait for you. I'm not getting nervous while I'm sitting here, you know? Jeez. God, so dumb. But it must work. Oh, definitely for profit. Absolutely. It is definitely a for-profit school. Yes. Definitely. Oh, yeah. That's not a nonprofit at all. Your phone's dying? Oh, no. Tehansita. I'm about to end the stream anyway, so no worries. Yes. And I looked up, like, I was just Googling the school today to see if it's still around and what's going on, and they made, like, millions of US dollars last year, which is unheard of in Egypt. Like, for an educational institution. You have to listen to the story, Marwa. You'll probably laugh through some of it, and some of it you'll be like, whoa. Oh my God. Yeah. Which is like, this is some of, I mean, you know, I'm sure Chantal doesn't want to deal with that kind of situation. But, like, these are the things, the cultural things that you learn because you're working full time. You're not in your apartment. You're not with your spouse. You are out with regular people every single day, 8 hours a day. You're going to run into these weird situations. And that's all part of living there. But, like, Chantal doesn't have any stories at all because she doesn't go out by herself. She doesn't work. She doesn't do anything. And, like, that's just one story. Like, I have a lot. So she would have a lot more to talk about if she just got out and about. Even if she just went, like, walking around the mall every day, she would have these weird encounters that she'd be like, I don't really know what happened there. Stuff like that, you know? But she doesn't, because she never leaves. Never leaves. You had me at use needle? Yeah. Maybe you needed to bring a plate of deviled eggs to properly bribe the doctor. Deviled eggs. That's funny. And like, you know, I don't know if it sounds like it's an extreme story. There is not 1 ounce of that exaggerated even. Like, that is how it happened. And like I keep saying, my ex said, I never would have believed that you sounded like that or said those things unless I had heard that myself. Chantal did that? Yeah, what did she do with the devil? Oh, about the scale. That's right, about the scale. Yeah. That's right. How do they always avoid all the people when they go out, Faith? I think it's the time of day that they go out. I think that's why. And they probably scope out sites beforehand, like, oh, no one's ever there. Like, ever. And if we go at 10 a.m., never will anyone be there. Bribe the doctor. And then, yeah, I went to an actual gynecologist. I've told you guys that story. You know, I went to a gynecologist for myself, like a real thing. That was disastrous. Yeah, I thought we were getting a full-on revert culture shock. I wish. Exactly. It could have been interesting if she just left that apartment once in a while. It really could have been interesting. Tell me you hit somebody before. Oh, Marwa, don't worry about it. I'm laughing about it now. Don't worry about it. I didn't get injured. There was nothing, no harm came to me at all. And like, people might think that I overreacted. I still, to this day, don't feel that I did. I was way over the top. I acted way over the top. Like, way over the top. But I still feel like it was warranted. So, you don't think so, Callie Cat? I mean, I just don't ever make a ruckus. Like, I was yelling. Everyone in the waiting room was watching me and the doctor standing. And I'm yelling at her, telling her she's not clean. God. Oh, I mean, yeah, right. For the situation, right. I could have done a lot worse. You know, other people may have done a lot worse, for sure. Yeah. I just used my mouth, nothing else. Yeah, don't worry about it, Marwa. Don't get angry. It's fine. You are not... Because I'm like, I just got to break it down. I'm like, maybe she's not understanding me. Maybe I'm using too many words. Let me just break it down. That's true, Callie Cat. Right. Because of how I am normally, it's so uncharacteristic for me. Like, I'm just not a scene maker ever. The down there story. That's right, Tater Tot Hot Dish. Yep. Take everything off downstairs, and I'm looking for the stairs. There's no stairs in here. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, yeah. Protecting your health and body is not overreacting. You got to stand up for yourself. You did the right thing. Yes. Hey, please. Hey. And looking at all those people in the waiting room and my coworkers, and I'm like, these people may not even notice. They could be getting infected today with something. Ugh, so irresponsible. Like, well, that's one way to get more business into your health clinic. Just start infecting patients. My God. Exactly, Callie Cat. Like, they think, like, HIV doesn't exist there. I'm like... Sorry. You'd be mistaken. Just like gay people don't exist in the Middle East. Yeah, okay. Sure. All these things that exist that they don't want to admit exist. It's like, okay, well. I'm not... Please stop it. Please. I can't with you right now. Please. Okay? Okay? You should be ashamed of yourself. Stop. And I'm not equating that disease, and I'm just saying... Things that exist that people refuse to admit exist in the country. Yeah. Maybe the IV was actually gravy? That could be. I'm right, for Chantal, right. Like just mainlining poutine gravy. That's possible, yes. The plot twist had you gag, too cold to bother. It's so weird telling that story and not seeing a reaction, because usually when I tell it, like, I can see the person's face, you know? So I'm just like, do they, you know? Oh yeah, 6 liters. Oh God, so dumb. All right, you want to go outside, buddy? You want to go outside, sir? Sir, you want to go outside? Should we? Okay, yeah, he's getting all weird. Good night, Lauren. Have a wonderful evening. And everybody else, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. We debunked Chantal's nonsense with some actual medical professionals in the chat who said it's not possible to get 6 liters of IV fluids in a couple of hours. Stop lying, Chantal. Stop lying about your norovirus. Stop lying about everything. We're on to you. You're not fooling anybody. We're not dumb. Okay. And thanks for listening to my story. Thank you for listening to my story time. Okay, everybody. Have a great day. And I will probably see you this weekend. Maybe not tomorrow, but this weekend. Love you, Callie Cat. Love everybody. Thanks, guys. Thank you for the new members. Thank you for joining membership. Thank you for gifting memberships. You guys are the best. You are the best. Okay, thanks, everyone. We'll talk soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Alright, guys, see you soon and goodbye.